Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Game night's fun until someone spends 5 minutes lining up one shot. Chalk, breathe, re-chalk, still aiming. While they figure it out, I fire up Chumba Casino. I can spin anywhere, anytime, and there's always a new social casino game every week. Spins happen way faster than that shot. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Raising Cane's is now hiring in your area. Join one of the fastest growing restaurant companies in the country, recognized by Forbes, Glassdoor, USA Today, and Newsweek as a top employer based on employee reviews. Whether looking for your first job or building a meaningful career, our crew members enjoy competitive pay and benefits like flexible schedules, medical and dental coverage, holidays off, and much more. Join our crew where hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Explore opportunities at workatcanes.com. Raising Cane's is an equal opportunity employer.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today. With great deals on your favorite cars at your local Toyota dealer. Like sporty new Camrys and stylish Corollas. Visit Toyota.com to find out more. Toyota, let's go places.
Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Friday, January 9th, 2026. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. That's right, because when you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen when you focus on what is good. Because when you focus on what's good, guess what? You are also building yourself up. You're creating something good to happen. So don't focus on the negative things. Focus on what is good. If you are out there traveling about today, don't be distracted by being on your cell phone too much in the public, because if you are paying attention to your phone more than your environment, that means you are distracted. So stay focused, make sure you pray, and pay attention to your environment. I always remind you of these things because I care. I care, y'all. I care. I hope you are having a wonderful day, because it's a good day. It's a very good day. For those of you that listened to the podcast earlier this week, I was not feeling good. I was all congested, but I am better. Thank you, Lord. I'm good. And if you heard me speaking in a way that didn't sound good, and if you prayed for me, thank you, because I feel so much better. And I'm very, very thankful that I feel better. Well, I do have an inspirational quote for you today. But before I get into the inspirational quote, I also want to remind you, if you would like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $ SB Favor, or you can give at Venmo at SB Favor. And if you want to reach out to me to find out other ways you can support and give to the podcast, send me an email at sbfavor@yahoo.com. And lastly, I also want to remind you to make sure you support that great organization that I always talk about, Feeding America. That's right, feedingamerica.org. You can find out all you need to find out about Feeding America. Feeding America is a great organization that provides food for families across the nation. So make sure you support them, learn about them, and just know that it's a great organization that you can support in some kind of way. All right, so go to their website, feedingamerica.org. All right, so the inspirational quote for today is, When you train your mind to see abundance instead of lack, you will begin to attract more of everything you need. That's right. The title of this episode is Abundance Mindset: How Positive Thinking Attracts Success, Peace, and Opportunity. And the inspirational quote, I'm going to repeat it again. When you train your mind to see abundance instead of lack, you will begin to attract more of everything you need. I love that quote. Oh, I love that quote. It's all about what you focus on. Unfortunately, many of us have been raised to think a certain way that is not good. But that does not mean you can't change. You can change. And that is why I am talking about this today. We all need to be motivated, inspired, and we need to be reminded about the opportunity we have to make a change in our lives as individuals. Because when you change, somebody else can change. So, this uh, inspirational quote is a reminder of how we have to stay focused on the things we want to experience versus the things we do not want to experience. Because if you're thinking about lack and you're thinking about what you don't have versus what you do have and what you can achieve and what you didn't achieve, that means you are thinking the wrong way. So, train your mind today to start thinking the right way. Just because you got a degree in college does not mean you have a healthy mindset. Because there are people walking around with PhDs and master's degrees and they have stinking thinking. I know some of them. We all have to change how we think. And as I said to you earlier this week, I am going to continue to talk about the mindset in the month of January. Why? Because this is the first month of the year, and all of us need to set the foundation for the good things we will experience. And it first starts with how we think. If you focus on all the things that are bad and all the things that are negative, that means you are projecting the very thing you don't want to experience. And that's why a healthy thought life is very important. Now, when I talk about having a healthy thought life and when I talk about maintenance your thought life, I am not talking about trying to walk around and be perfect. I am simply talking about what you choose to agree with versus what you don't agree with. Okay? When you have a thought in your mind, it does not mean you have to agree with it. We all get negative thoughts every single day. We get negative thoughts for no reason at all sometimes, just crazy thoughts. But it does not mean you should just sit and bask in negative thinking. If you get a negative thought, I would say what I do always, I just ignore it or I replace it with a positive thought. I try to pay attention to my thinking for the sake of walking in healing. Because of some of the things that I've experienced in my past, I don't want to rehearse pain. I don't want to rehearse things that I've gone through that wasn't good. So, guess what? I practice healing according to how I think. Last week, when I wasn't feeling good, I kept telling myself, I am well. I didn't walk around saying to people, oh, I'm sick. I just don't feel good. No, I kept telling myself, I am well. And I know somebody might say something like, oh, well, that's a fantasy if you talk like that. No, it is projecting the positive. It is speaking life over something you want to change. That's right. So remember this. When something is happening that's not good, instead of speaking according to what you see, speak life over it according to what you want to experience. Train yourself to speak different and to think different. But primarily first to think different, because if you think different, you will automatically speak different, because positive thinking is powerful. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity, because there is a such thing as toxic. I'm speaking fast again. There is a such thing as toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is something that people practice when they don't deal with reality, to embrace faults and things that are not perfect. We're supposed to embrace the things that are not perfect. We're supposed to acknowledge the things that are that are not perfect. But when we acknowledge things that are not perfect, we are supposed to understand the alternative. We're supposed to understand that we have a choice to look at it to change. We have a choice to speak to it, whatever that thing is. We have a choice to change our perspective according to how we see something. We can train ourselves to see the good in things, to learn something from it, and not just the negative from things that we may experience. So when you train your mind to look at things, no matter what it is, with a positive perspective, what will happen is when you experience something that's uncomfortable, you will, in that moment, instead of being disappointed and down, you will be motivated and inspired to think well instead of negative. As I said to you, I am going to keep talking about the mindset. Again, I'm repeating, I'm going to keep talking about the mindset in the month of January, because transformative results will be with you as you focus on what you want to experience first versus the things you don't want to experience. It's time to shift. It's time to do something different, something we didn't do before, something that we didn't do last year. It's time to personally grow. Yes, it's time.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Another checkered flag for the books. Time to celebrate with Chumba. Jump in at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T&Cs. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20 to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code BAR20.
So, I'm going to give out a few tips related to what I'm talking about, related to abundance and positive thinking. But before I give out those tips, I want to repeat the inspirational quote again, because I want you to remember this. When you train your mind to see abundance instead of lack, you will begin to attract more of everything you need. I want you to remember that is why I am repeating the quote again. Okay? So, this month of January, I am going to consistently talk about this topic So much so that by the end of the month, if you are listening to all of the episodes consistently, I'm going to tell you this. This is a promise. You will experience something different by the end of the month. Because I am setting a goal for myself just as I am setting the goal for you. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. All right. So, number one, we always know that this first tip is important, right? I always talk about this practicing gratitude daily. That's right. Practicing gratitude is always at the top of the list when you desire to maintain an abundant mindset. Because when you write down 3 things you're thankful for, that's an abundant mindset. And when you keep those 3 things at the forefront of your mind to stay in a position of gratitude all day, guess what? Now you're going to shape your environment. That's right. The energy of your environment will change just because of gratitude. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It will change. Let me tell you, there are so many times I have been tempted to complain in different situations, but instead of complaining, I decided to just say, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And the more I said thank you, and the more I practice gratitude by just being grateful for all that I have, I can recall the environment and even my energy and my spirit just changing in that moment. So that's why it's so important to practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you're thankful for. Number 2, replace lack based thoughts with opportunity, focus ones. We should never think in a position of lack. I don't care what it is. Sometimes most people, when you think of lack, the first thing they think about is money. But what about if it's a lack of patience? What if it's a lack of love or a lack of self-esteem? Always think or put your mind in a position of opportunity. That's right. Replace lack-based thoughts with opportunity. Focus ones. And how do you do that? See yourself as already being the person you want to be. A person that lives over and beyond everything. See yourself as a person that lives in constant and consistent overflow of everything that you desire. See yourself already there. That's right. See yourself already there. A focused thought. Visualizing yourself being in a position of overflow. Number 3, speak positively about your future, even before it arrives. And not just your future, but the future of your friends, your family members, the people you love, the people you're concerned about. Speak positively over your future. Like the week to come, tell yourself it's going to be a prosperous week. It's going to be a great week. People are going to just be so kind to me. They won't even understand why. I'm going to meet new friends and new sponsorships, and I am going to experience an overflow of goodness and joy. Speak like that. Yes. Speak like that. Speaking positively about your future creates power that is being released all around you. And if you have children, speak over their life. When my daughter was a little girl, while she was asleep, I would speak over her. I would lay my hands on her and pray over her, and I would speak over her, and I would say things like, she is a prosperous woman. She is so beautiful, and she is confident. And guess what? I see all those things in my daughter today, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful because I know that when you speak life and not negativity, and when you speak life and not death over a situation, you can change a situation. That's right. You don't have to speak according to the norms of what society has told you to speak. You don't have to speak like that. A lot of people have been taught to to just see the bad in everything, and you don't. Okay, I'm getting excited now. Let me calm down. I can't help it. I just want you to understand that you have the power to change every situation if you believe it. We all have to believe it. We all have to believe it. All right. The next one, surround yourself with people who think in growth and possibility. Don't surround yourself and have company with people that speak doubt and people that are pessimistic. No, connect with optimism and optimistic people, people that are uplifting, people that speak your language. Surround yourself with those people. And the people that speak negatively, don't speak bad about them. Don't put them down. They just got to catch up. They don't know better yet. All right. Anytime you are doing something to do better, never put anybody else down. Just show them mercy because they don't know better. They got to catch up. All right. The next one, number 5, visualize success and abundance every single day. Listen, I'm going to say it again. Visualize success and abundance every single day. Don't allow yourself to get in a position of thinking about lack. No. When I hear people say things like, "Oh, I don't know how I'm going to afford that, and I don't make enough money, and I don't, I," the song of the I don't. Don't sing the song of I don't. Sing the song of I can, I will, I am. Don't sing the song of I don't. You don't have to sing that song. Sing the song of I will conquer, I will have, I do have, I can. But don't sing the song of I don't. When you sing the song of I don't, that means you are speaking lack over your life. So don't do that. You want to speak life over your life. You want to speak wellness and goodness and prosperity and overflow of all kinds of things over your future and over your days. Number 6, avoid negative self talk at all costs, all the time, because pessimistic language is hurtful to your soul. That's right. I'm going to say it again. Avoid negative self talk all the time, at all costs, because pessimistic language is harmful to your soul. You want to speak life in your own mind, because when you speak life to yourself, that is a type of self love and self care. Tell yourself, I am confident. I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong man. I am very kind. I have a loving spirit. Speak life over yourself. And when you speak life over yourself, you will be more confident. You will be and you shall be more focused in every area. Doing the work on yourself every day is powerful. Because just like you eat food to nourish your body so that you can have the strength to function, you will nourish your very mind to be transformed. So keep doing the work and avoid negative self talk. Number 7, celebrate others' success instead of comparing yourself to others. Because when you compare yourself to others, you are talking about something within your mind that is not beneficial. It's not beneficial at all to compare yourself to someone. And we all have done it. We all have done it. But don't do it no more. Celebrate others' success instead of comparing yourself to others. When you see others doing very well, just celebrate them. Celebrate their success. Celebrate their love. Celebrate whatever you see that is positive, because as you celebrate others, that projection that you put out, it's going to come right back to you. That's why it is important to celebrate others. It's a projection of good, loving, positive energy that you are putting out so that it can come back to you. That's right. Because if you compare yourself to others, that also means you don't see the value in yourself according to who you are and what you have currently in your life. We all have different journeys. We can't all walk the same path and the same journey. Celebrating others will also give you the opportunity to see yourself as already being where you desire to be. So you got to celebrate others and don't compare yourself to others. The next one, number 8, focus on solutions and not problems. Because when you focus on solutions, you will focus on the overflow and not the lack of something that caused the problem. Focus on the overflow of the solution to the problem. So focus on the solution and not the problems. Because when you focus on the solutions, as I always say, you will devise a path for good things to come right in the midst of a problem. Because remember, every time you focus on something, you are expanding it. So if you are focusing on a problem, that means you are making the problem bigger. So don't focus on the problem, focus on the solution. Number 9, give generously. Time, kindness, and encouragement creates abundance. I am going to say it again because this one is extremely important. Give generously. Time, kindness, and encouragement creates abundance. So give your time, give your kindness, and give all the encouragement you can, because it will create an abundance for you. And lastly, number 10, trust that consistent positive thinking creates long-term change. It will, it will not be in vain. Never. I'm going to repeat that again. Trust that consistent positive thinking creates long-term change. I am so pumped up right now. I want you to get this and understand that you don't have to settle for less anymore. You don't have to degrade, demean yourself to anything less anymore. It's time for change. It's time for abundance. It's time for growth. It's time for developing more of the greater part of you. It's time for you to reach higher. It's time for you to accomplish more goals. It's time for you to do something you've never done before. It is time. Happy New Year again. I am ready to give out some good stuff. So make sure you keep listening to this podcast, because let me tell you something. I'm going to be giving out some really good information that's going to change your life. This is food for your soul. as you listen to this podcast, let me tell you something. You're going to change. You're going to change. I'm going to change. We are going to change together. So stay positive. I thank you so much for taking the time to listen and tune in to SB Favorite Thinking Podcast. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate every time you share the podcast with others. I appreciate every time you give to the podcast. And if you would like to give today, you can give at Cash App, $ SB Favor, or Venmo at SB Favor. I appreciate every time I connect with different people on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and Blue Sky, and YouTube. I appreciate it. So make sure you just keep listening, make sure you keep supporting, and make sure you share the podcast with others. And if you need to reach me, again, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. You can reach me. And make sure you follow me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and Blue Sky, and a few more. Like YouTube, of course, I'm there. And wherever you listen to podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Audible, Apple, Google, I am there. If you need to find me on a specific podcast network, just Google SB Favorite Thinking Podcast and you will find me somewhere across the world. I thank you so much for listening and make sure that you pray, stay focused, don't be distracted, and make sure you focus on what's good because when you focus on what's good, then you can project something good to happen. Make sure you have a good weekend and prepare for your week. It's going to be a good week next week. Stay focused. Have a good day.